What is going on, guys? Hikari5880 here, and today we have another Brave Frontier Global video. This time we have the new Frontier Gate that has now been added to Global's collection, and this Frontier Gate is bound to Earth. So this Frontier Gate is a bit special to the previous ones that we've had in the fact that you can only make a team consisting of Earth units. So Global does have a nice range of 7-star Earth units now, so making a team isn't too bad. So what I'm looking for here is an Avani friend. Avani does help a ton for this Frontier Gate because she's adding Brave Burst on Spark because of her leader skill, and she also helps in terms of damage output, so you can go for a 1-turn kill or a 3-turn kill if you're going for that kind of team composition. I chose to do a 3-turn kill team here, mainly because it was just a bit safer for me, in my opinion anyway. This Frontier Gate is divided into 2 parts. So the first part consists of 3 battles, and the second part 3 battles again. And I chose the 25% boost to attack and boost critical damage perk here, just so it increases the damage for me, so I can get more points. So the team I'm using here consists of a Dolk lead with Impiety Orb and Occult Treasure. Dolk's here to basically negate elemental damage on his lead skill and a stat boost. Libera with Schism Orb and Occult Treasure. We then have Totetsu with Infidelity Orb and Born Jewel. I then brought along Dion with Heresy Orb and Occult Treasure. Drivas I brought along here just as a filler. I don't really think I needed him, but he had Occult Treasure and Fallacy Orb. And then finally Avani, who's the MVP, with Sky Harbinger and Vorpal Chainblades. So the first battle you'll be up against is a mob of 4 enemies. So the mob consists of Limil, Palmy, Jaeger, and Elton. So what you want to be doing in this first battle is normal attacking with all your units on the first and second turn, and basically filling up all your units super Brave Bursts. If you do have the Avani friend here or Cyan friend here, basically try to spark your units animations and fill up your units super Brave Bursts as fast as possible. You don't really need to use mitigation on the second turn if you are bringing a Dolk lead and an Avani friend. And then on the third turn, what you want to be doing is then going for the overkill bonus as well as the multi-kill bonus by nuking all the enemy units. So like I said, you can have a 1-turn kill team or a 3-turn kill team. So this team is a 3-turn kill team. Basically what I'm doing is taking down enemy units to low HP and then going for the nuke in most of the battles. With a 1-turn kill team, you want to be bringing a unit such as Avani or Duran instead of Dolk to basically increase your damage output so that you can do the 1-turn kill every battle. And then also the spheres that you want to be equipping on your units should be spheres such as Sky Harbinger or Blighted Seal to assist in doing those 1-turn kills. So the second battle consists of Bran, Weiss, and I believe it was Emilia. We'll see in just a second. And this is where you want to be hitting those high points here, because they are all thunder units and earth units have the elemental damage bonus. So yep, it is Weiss, Emilia, and Bran. So just over here, what I'm doing is switching my units positions. Because Avani has a delay in her Super Brave Burst attack animation, I put her at the front just so that her attack animation is slightly quicker. So then I think I'd go for the 1-turn kill here, because we do have the elemental damage bonus, which will allow us to do a 1-turn kill here and get some extra points. And that's pretty straightforward battle. You shouldn't be doing you shouldn't find this battle that hard. So there you go, 1-turn kill here. So in terms of the team composition, Dion, what Dion does is he can give a critical hit rate on his Brave Burst and a BB damage mod on his Super Brave Burst. So he works really well in your team. So I would highly recommend bringing Dion here. Dolk, obviously, for his leader skill of 35% boost to all stats, as well as that negate elemental damage, because you do have fire enemies in this Frontier Gate. As you can see, for example, Van Burke here is a fire enemy, and he would do a lot more damage unless you bring a Dolk lead here, or if you're going for the one turn kill, then the Duran or Avani lead. And then I brought Avani here, the Avani friend, for her her Brave Burst on Spark on her leader skill, as well as the increase to Spark damage and attack damage as well. And then her Brave Burst, it gives a Spark mod as well, so she does give a lot to the team. Then Drevis is here to negate status ailments. You do have some status ailments in some of the battles, so having him around is fairly helpful. If you don't want to bring Drevis and you do have Dolk on the team, you can just replace Drevis with another unit, because Dolk does allow you to heal negative status ailments on his normal Brave Burst. Then we have Totetsu here, who gives an attack bonus to all my units, which allows the damage output to increase, so I can get more bonus points from overkill. And then finally we have Libera here, who gives Brave Burst on damage, and she pretty much gives a Earth and Thunder elemental mod. Now you obviously don't really need the Earth mod because all your units are Earth here, but the Thunder mod is fairly helpful because one of the battles consists of Iris and Taser, which are water units, so you can get a bit more points from that by bringing Libera. If you don't want to bring Libera, you can bring Quaid instead. Quaid is a nice alternative unit here. Same for Avani, you can replace Avani with Cyan or Duran if you wanted. And that is it for the first 3 battles. Fairly straightforward. All you really want to be doing is either going for that 1 turn kill or the 3 turn kill. Don't go above 3 turns, or you won't. It's very unlikely that you will hit the 1.4 million score. So you want to be doing 3 turn kills or 1 turn kills. So now you'll be given the option to either continue or retire. So obviously I decided to continue here. So you get given another range of perks for the next 3 battles. I personally went with the final battle set. I honestly don't think it matters what perk you bring here. The final battle set was just my preference, so that I could use Ultimate Brave Burst on one of the battles so that I can get some additional points. So here you can see I go with the final battle that has the 2 Fujin Elixirs, the Hero Crystal, which will let me do the Ultimate Brave Burst, 1 Revive, which I do actually end up using in the final battle, and then some those healing potions, the pure elixirs. So now you can see that battle 4 consists of Taser and Iris. I think I was just changing my game volume here. So yeah, you have Taser and Iris. So this is where Libera can shine. She gives the Thunder elemental bonus here, so you can get some extra points by using her Super Brave Burst first. Again, I think I go for the 3 turn kill here. Oh, is it the 1 turn kill? I can't remember. And no, it was the, I think I did 2 turn kill actually over here. So using Libera's Super Brave Burst is very helpful, because she gives the Thunder elemental bonus, and you'll be basically dealing more damage and getting more points. Now, in terms of alternative units, like I mentioned, Cyan can be used. Cyan is actually fairly helpful here because she has possible Brave Burst on Spark on her Super Brave Burst, and her leader skill is fairly helpful here as well. Duran, he's a very good lead to use here instead of perhaps Avani or Dolk. The new Earth unit, I forgot what her name is now. What's her name? 1 second, let me check the name. The one that is in Farzan's batch. Let me check the name quickly. Estelle, right, that's her name. Yeah, Estelle, you can use Estelle here. She's actually very helpful. She gives an increased overdrive fill rate, which is actually really good here. And she also helps with filling your Brave Burst Gorges. Again, very helpful. Battle 5 consists of Garnan and Nemeth Gear. They don't hit too hard. Just try to get a 1 turn kill or a 3 turn kill here, and you should pretty much be fine. Okay, so in terms of alternative units again, You can use Luli as a lead if you wanted, but I wouldn't really recommend it. I don't really see the point of using Luli as the lead here. Again, I said you can use Quaid. So you can use Quaid instead of Libera for the elements. You can also use... of course, you can use Zeruia. If you have Zeruia and you are fortunate enough to pull her, obviously definitely bring her into the team, because she has the Infinite Super Brave Burst, which also gives all elements. And if you do have a Zeruia, hitting that 1.4 million score is pretty much going to be a cakewalk. You can bring Andaria as well. Andaria is a nice alternative unit. She gives, she negates status ailments, I believe. And she also will help with filling your Brave Burst Gorge. So she's a fairly nice alternative unit to bring here. And then you can also bring Gravion. Now, I know a lot of people would probably be reluctant to bring in Gravion, but he is actually very useful here because he does deal a lot of damage. So if you do want to go for that one-turn kill team, you can basically bring Gravion. He does help with the damage output. So now at this point we're hitting, we've just passed that million score point, and we're going into the final battle now. So the final battle consists of a fire unit, which is Rineth. So again, having that Dolk lead here is very, very helpful for negating elemental damage. So with Rineth, what I did was I used my hero crystal on this battle. I should have really used it earlier, but then I realized, okay, I'll use it in this battle because I didn't really know what the lineup was. This run was blind for me, so I had no idea what enemy units were coming. I was expecting the final battle to be a mob consisting of 2 enemy units, but it didn't. It just had the single Rineth. So what I did here was I used Avani's Ultimate Brave Burst, and then I think I did normal attacks with everyone to basically get a lot of damage, and I did actually end up getting a fairly decent score on this battle, even though it is a single enemy unit. So I think I activate Avani's Ultimate Brave Burst now. Maybe I can't remember if I use it now or not. So it's fairly good that they've brought this Earth Frontier Gate. I actually enjoyed it because it actually makes you think about your team and making your team composition. I know that there are a bunch of other elemental Frontier Gates yet to come, which have already been released on Japan, but I'm pretty sure they're going to start pumping them out now. Hopefully once a month. That would be really, really cool if they can bring out a Frontier Gate every month, and you'll pretty much provide us with some content to do. One thing just to note here is what I do is I use Dion's Super Brave Burst and on the first turn, and then on the second turn I used his normal Brave Burst so that I have the boost of critical hit rate from his Brave Burst, as well as the BB damage modification from his Super Brave Burst. That will pretty much help with the damage output as well. Unfortunately, she does manage to kill Dion because she does hit very, very hard on the second turn. Even with that Dolk lead, my team almost got wiped out completely by Rineth. So make sure that your team does have some very strong spheres on, and if you are bringing that Dolk friend, have the mitigation on, the Dolk lead, have that mitigation on as well. And then you can see I use Avani's Ultimate Brave Burst here. Normal attack with everyone, and a lot of damage output is pretty crazy. And that is it. Fairly straightforward if you have the right team. I try to avoid using those global exclusives, except the Avani friend here. Pretty much everyone's got Avani up, so you should be able to find a Avani friend very, very easily. And that is it. Hope this helped you out, guys. You do get some nice prizes here. So I believe what you get is 3 Arten Imps. Well, we'll go for it in a second, actually. It'll be easier that way. So obviously easily hit that 1.4 million even with a standard 3-turn kill team. So you get the Burst Emperors here, Almighty Imp Arten 3 times 3. You get an Elgift, and then you get Phantom Device. The Elgift, it's a Elgift that gives Brave Burst every turn, and also increases BC and HC drop rate. There you go, all the prizes gotten. And that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and as usual guys, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.